Uh, Good morning, everybody. Today we are having grammar lesson, and we will be talking about adverbs, uh, page 126 in the grammar book. I think many of you are familiar with this word, adverbs, and maybe some of you know what does it mean. If the others don't know, I will explain the meaning of adverb. Adverb, as a word, uh, is a word that tells us about a verb. So adverbs are connected uh, with verbs, and they explain how this connection is. Adverb as a definition, they are connected with verbs. How? Adverbs, they tell how the verbs are performed or how the things were done in the sentence. Such as how adverbs tell us how, tell us when, tell us where an action takes place. Adverb can be written before or after the verb they describe. Adverb may Many adverbs end in ly, and usually they tell how. Of course, I will go to some examples in new page and tell you how the adverbs work. You share whiteboard. Okay, let me have a text. Adverbs. When I say he was running quickly. Quickly. If I ask where is the adverb in this sentence, the adverb is a quickly. So quickly is the adverb. Yeah, quickly is the adverb. And what's the function of this adverb? The adverb quickly, it tells us how. Oh, well, this is straight lines only. Let me just change it. Yeah. The adverb quickly, it tells me how the verb running was. So how he was running quickly. So the adverb quickly, adverb, yeah, the adverb quickly told me how the running was. How was the running? It was quickly. So adverb is quickly is an adverb, and it tells me how the verb was, how the verb running. I'll give you another example. I think many of you understand what I'm saying. It's very easy, very clear. Okay, I'll use the eraser here. Remove everything here. Okay, I'll give you another example. Okay, text. My dad came late yesterday. Okay. My dad came late yesterday. Late is an adverb. Late is an adverb. And it tells me how my dad or when my dad come. So it's an adverb. Late is an adverb. And it tells me something about the verb. So the verb is came. Verb is came. And the adverb late, it tells me when did my dad come. Okay? As I told you here before, yesterday, as we told you before here, Okay, as I told you here, that the adverb tells you how, when, where. Yeah, the adverb late, it told us when. We'll go back to it. Okay, so late, it told us when did my dad come. Let's go to the exercises now. Yeah, uh, I will just take you to this note. Many adverbs in ly, like quickly, slowly, hardly, uh, randomly, whatever. So most of the adverbs, or many adverbs, end in ly, and they tell how things are happening. The question here says we will be answering 5 questions, 4 to 5 questions, and they will keep the rest for you as homework. Read each sentence and underline the adverb. Yeah, we have to what to do here, guys. So we have to underline the adverb. It's very easy. Yeah, we have to underline the adverb. Yeah, and write on the line and write it on the line. So we have to find the adverb and the line and then write it here on the line. It's a very easy task. She slept late on Thursday morning. Where's the verb? The verb is slept. Okay, and as I told you before, that the adverb is always connected with the verb because it tells you how the verb is has been done. So how did she, or when did she sleep? It mm, they are asking us to underline, not to say. So sorry. And I'm sorry to underline the verb. I would just mention that this is a verb, slept. Yeah, she slept late. Late is the adverb. I have to write it here. Why it is the adverb? Because it tells us when did she sleep. When did she sleep? It's late. It slept. She slept late. So late is the adverb. We move to next one. We leaned carefully over the fence. We leaned carefully over the fence. We leaned, lean to put your back on something. Okay. This is the verb. Yeah, we leaned. How did we lean? Carefully. So carefully is the adverb that describes how did we lean on the fence. So carefully is that. Carefully. This is the adverb. My dad and I tried hard to fix the car. My dad and I tried. Tried is the verb. I'm sorry, every time I underline the verb. Tried. Tried is the verb. How did we try? Yeah, we tried hard. Hard is the adverb that describes how the verb was done. How did we try? We tried hard. So hard is the adverb. Hard. Yeah. Sorry for this crazy writing, guys. The baby loudly cried for her mother. The baby loudly cried. So what is the verb? The verb is cried. Okay, the verb is the action or the linking. So here it came as an action verb. Cried. How did he cry? How did the baby cry, or he or she? Yeah, the baby cried loudly. So this is the adverb. So loudly is the adverb. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I think I gave you homework from 5 to 6. I will check it. Yes, page 126, 128, 26 from 5 to 10 is your homework. So I will stop here. I will stop here. I'll stop here, guys, and the rest is for you to do it and send it to me through Class Dojo messaging. Please send me your homeworks because every homework is recorded and uploaded to the system. You will find your work, your amazing work on a mark shape in the reports. Okay, I will stop here and move to the the page 120. This is 126. I will move to 127 and also explain something in it and answer questions from 1 to 5, from 1 to 4, sorry. Can you share? Okay, where is it? Okay, new page. Okay, here is it. Adverbs that tell uh, adverbs that tell where, when, and how. That's right. Adverbs, they tell where, when, and how. Adverb, they again here repeat the definition. Adverb is a word that tells more about a verb. It can be written before or after the verb. That's right. I can say the baby cried loudly or the baby loudly cried. Both of them are correct. Some adverbs tell where an action takes place. Some adverbs tell when the action takes place. These adverbs may describe how often the action takes place. Okay, some adverbs tell how the action takes place. These adverbs may describe how completely an action is performed. Relative adverbs where, when, and how begin adjectives, clauses that modify a noun. Okay, uh, this is something new. I will talk about it later on, but please focus on the first part of on this part now. I will be talking about this in the end, but now please focus on this part that adverbs tell where, when, and how. Let me take you to the exercises. I'll explain this one now. Relative adverbs where, when, and how begin adjective clauses. I will give you an example. For example, when you say uh, where I live, like when you say, if you say where I live, I live is a nice place. Where I live is a nice place. Notice that, change the color. Notice where I live is called a relative adverb, where I live. But here it's used to begin adjective clause that modify a noun. Okay. Uh, Let me move to the exercises now. Yeah. Circle the adverb in each sentence. On the line, write whether if the adverb is if the adverb is if the adverb tells where, when, or how the action takes place. Okay. The little bird flew away. Circle the adverb. You have to circle that. Where's the adverb in this sentence? The little bird flew away. The adverb is here. Away. Away. Does it describe where, when, or how? It tells me where the little bird fly. It fly away, so it tells where. So what should I do in this exercise, guys? I have to circle the adverb in all those sentences. I will be answering for and stop then. You have to complete the rest. But I will just explain for you what should we do here. We have to circle the adverb and tell what is it telling us. Is it telling us where, when, or how? The student clearly wrote her name. Where's the adverb? It is clearly. And what does it tell us? It tells us how the student wrote her name. It tells us how. So we have to write how here. 3. That man entered the room last. Entered the room last. When did he? Here, last is the adverb. Last is the adverb, and it tells us when. When he. When did he enter the room? We joyfully sang our favorite song. Joyfully. Joyfully uh, is the adverb, and it describes sang, and it tells how. How did we sing the favorite song? We sang it joyful. It tells how. Now the rest is for you guys. Please answer them and send me your answer through Class Dojo uh, messaging. I will be waiting for your homeworks. Thank you so much, and I wish I could see you after this long curfew. Goodbye.